Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first video in English, and not gonna lie, I am a bit terrified of making thousands of grammatical mistakes, but whatever. English is not my first language, so we're just gonna roll with it. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Yagi and I live in Switzerland. Before I start off, I feel like I need to give you guys some context. I'm gonna give you the entire timeline from when I first started off with my content creation journey to this point where we are right now on YouTube. It's insane. I would have never thought that I would end up posting YouTube videos, but we'll get there. I will tell you exactly what went through this little brain. So I had one account on TikTok where I posted only in English about my reactions to playing Apex videos because I thought it was super funny that me, as like a noob, was playing with different predators in the lobby. It was cool, it was fun. I had this little English speaking community. I had like 800 followers. It was amazing, I loved it. And one day I was so fed up with this war of dialects of Switzerland that I posted a video about it. And that blew up. For me, as like a small content creator, it had like 24,000 views and I was overwhelmed at that point, I'm not gonna lie. However, I got many requests that people wanted to hear more of my opinions in German. So I was like, this is a dilemma because as of now, I was only speaking English and the people that know me or follow me on my account expect me to speak English. But now I've gained 800 more followers that only speak German. I was kind of like torn between what I'm gonna do. A big brain moment. I just created a second account, which is now Yagi Effect, and I turned my main account, which is euch, into a German-speaking account. Double of the content of me. I was quite confused about what to post on either of them because if I posted a video on, let's say, jealousy in German, I didn't want to speak the same thing in English and post it on my English account. What I thought I would do is have my Yagi Effect account as a little more inside of me as a person, which was participating in some trends, vlogs, just the aesthetics of life that I like to capture and all of these different kinds of things. Whereas on my main account on euch, I wanted it to be more structured, to really think about different topics and post about that. That was quite a journey to figure out how I want to do that and to actually build it up. But I feel like now it kind of got usual for me to just post my thoughts and random things on my English account and the structurized content on my German account. I really wanted to create a podcast. I've known this before I even started off with social media entirely. And I started this project of creating a podcast. I failed miserably. It was worth a shot, but it was not that good of an experience, to be honest. And so I had to quit that and restart the entire thing myself because at that time I was doing it with an old coworker of mine and that didn't really work out. Now I'm planning to rebuild this podcast on my own. Why is there a YouTube channel now? And mainly the podcast is for that. I wanted to create a YouTube channel to widen my audience. I think it's basically common sense. If you start off as a content creator, you don't only want to be stuck in one platform. I was like moving along with the other platforms, which I'm gonna say I at Instagram. I am so bad with posting on Instagram. It's just something that I'm not used to, but I'm really trying to better myself at posting with Instagram. I wanted more people to listen to my voice. I wanted more people to know that I exist. I wanted more people to learn from my mistakes. I want more people to review themselves and reflect themselves. It only made sense for me to create a YouTube channel. What's also perfect is that every episode that I post on Spotify of my podcast, I can just upload on YouTube as well, so that anyone who doesn't have Spotify can still listen to my podcast. Obviously, it doesn't really make sense for my podcast to only be in one language when I have two different TikTok accounts and speak on both languages. Big brain moment again! No, actually ChatGPT helped me a little bit with this one because I was struggling so bad. What I decided to do with my podcast, 1 week is in English and 1 week is in German. So the entirety of my community can listen to my podcast and learn something for themselves. I'm not gonna spoil anything to you yet about what my podcast is about or anything. You will have to wait and listen to the first episode and then you will know. It doesn't exist yet because I wanted to first introduce myself to my English-speaking audience. When can you expect the first episode? Basically, my plan was to film it today or record today, but My speaking, oh my god. But anyway, I will see what I can do. My goal is, if I cannot do it today and post it on Sunday, I'm gonna be posting it next week. Next week's episode will start off in English. I have my first weekly rhythm of English, and then in 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be posting the first episode in German. You get the idea of one episode in English, one episode in German, and you will always see in the title of what the language is going to be. So you never have to worry about clicking on an episode and not understanding anything if you cannot speak English. For my German community, if you can speak English, there's even more content for you. But if you don't, that's fine, because as I said in the title, it's going to be in German. I'm going to link my socials down below, so you can already start off with following me on TikTok and on Instagram, because I will be posting the updates there as well of when the first episode will come out, or when the second episode will come out, and what's going to be in it, and all of these kinds of things. Basically, now I've talked about everything that I've planned to do, but you still don't know what is important to me, or you should even listen to me and what I have to say in my podcast. I have went through so much trial and error. I have seen so many different things in life. I sometimes feel like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, because people kept telling me that I'm so wise at my age. But honestly, it's a good thing and it's kind of a bad thing. I had to learn the hard way. I was let down by so many people, and I have had literal tragedies that happened. And all of that made me grow. All of that gave me experience. All of that gave me enlightenment on how I view the world. I have read so many books about psychology and about self-development, and I really wanted to understand what the meaning of all of this is, and what the meaning behind my thoughts is, or how I can shift my thoughts in a positive way, how I can view people without judging them, and all of these different kinds of things. I am not standing here to say that I have the best view on this earth, or that I'm entirely a happy and positive human being, because I am not. Most of the times I struggle to see something beautiful or be happy, because I get mad a lot, I get frustrated a lot, and I struggle a lot. I feel like so many in this generations do. And if you go on social media and everything is just happy and bubbles and all that, it sucked. I really hated that feeling of coming online and only see content creators that had a perfect life. They had everything. They're just running on this earth flawlessly and effortlessly, and their hair is always perfect, and yada, yada, yada. I was sick of it. I wanted to be one of these people that actually show reality of life. I want to show the ups and downs. I want to show what I struggle with. I want to show what other people struggled with. I want to show what you can be proud of, even if it's small achievements, or what you can learn and do better in the next situation. Like all of these different kinds of things. I wanted to be that voice of growth. Now you know a little bit more about me, and if you are interested to learn more about me, you can either check my German account or my English account, because on both of them I post regularly. And also I will link all of my socials down below, so you can check that out and see how I'm actually like if it's not on a YouTube video, because I'm still nervous to post on YouTube. I posted my first YouTube video like a week ago. I was so nervous, you guys. But anyway, we're doing this. We are pulling through and we are moving forward. And if you want to grow with me, learn with me, laugh with me, and just feel a little less alone, then I would suggest that you also follow this account to not miss my first episode of my podcast and not miss anything else ever from me.